Hiya, and welcome back to Roads Yet Traveled. The game that teaches us that, uh, hmm. Hmm. The game that teaches us that the lovable character, specifically this one, does not understand social cues. A lot of the lovable characters don't understand social cues. That is all that I could come up with. Anyways, let's just hop right in. I'm very excited to actually be able to talk to them. That everyone is better than Maruk. Oh no. Oh no. Let me adjust that because I usually just read it off the thing. He's dumb, but that doesn't matter. I am awake. Yet I dare not open my eyes. I know where I am, and I am unsure if I can face it. Not right now, at least. I have to bring myself back down there as there are no more arms to cry into. I have to try. Change is in the air. Still in my cell. Alright. At least I ended up in my bed. The lights are on, too. That's good. I wonder if I'm getting more used to these long days. I hope I didn't freak Doc out too much. Getting up to stretch, I noticed Maruk doing some more intensive stretches of his own. I'll leave him be for now. Deciding instead to freshen up as best I can for my big day, I make my way to the sink and... Don't look in the mirror. Don't look in the mirror. Don't look in the mirror. I hazard a glance. Wretched thing. Reflecting back such a grim visage. Bleary eyes, dry skin, unkempt hair. Were it so easy, I'd take it down. Take it slow. Right. Okay. Closing my eyes and splashing my face with water does help greatly in at least waking me up. If I ignore my shaking hands and growling stomach, I can pretend I'm a functioning human who just had a rough night. So basically a college student. Yeah. Wait, hang on. There we go. The sound of bone on glass pulls me from my stupor. Turning to see Maruk at the wall, I offer a bemused yet happy expression. The best I can do right now. At least I'm not staring at myself anymore. Walking over to see what's up, I notice he has a tray ready for me. Hey there, Tucker. He almost looks nervous. Was he there last night? He must have been. He's barely left, but I don't remember seeing him. Maybe he fetched Mero when he saw me breaking down. That would explain why Mero came back. Are you, feeling alright? Doc wanted to know. He stopped by to drop off some stuff for you, but you were asleep, and, well, he didn't want to wake you. I, also didn't want to wake you, that is. Anyways, today's the day, I guess. Learning AI and all that. I don't know when it will be ready. Doc said maybe by the 12th mark at the earliest. The 23rd at the latest. So, eat this and try to relax. Or whatever. Doc said it might get busy. Thank you, Maruk. Soon I hope those words find purchase. Well, I hope he at least understands them. After getting my breakfast, I sit down to relax. Everything still feels off. As if this cell could drain more of my spirits. It's a quiet morning. Well, they've all been quiet. But this one feels exceptionally so. It's not something you think about till it's gone, really. Background noise. I'm sure there aren't a ton of birds in space. Or wind blowing through the trees. Just silence. Maybe not silence, but a different kind of void. Pipes gurgling, lights thrumming, and every so often a footstep can be heard running down the hall. A mechanical choir. The marks feel like they crawl by at times, and then next I know it's 3 marks later. Or at least that's what Maruk says it is. I can't bring myself to do much, and Maruk looks busier than ever, frantically swiping through menus and sending messages. I wonder how many are about me. I wonder how many are because of me. Maruk steps out to grab his lunch. Still no word on the schedule, though. I eat lunch in the same placid grayness I ate breakfast in. Just dull, numb, empty. Beep, beep, beep. Shocked awake, I frantically turn to Maruk. His expression mirrors mine. Is this it? Our eyes meet. I just look at his monitor. He follows suit. I can feel my blood flowing again. My senses returning. Changes in the air. He scrolls through a few messages and stands up. He just looks at me, nods, and leaves. Wait, is that it? What does that mean? Maruk! No response. Pushing myself as far against the glass as I can proves fruitless. He's already gone. I feel awake. Alive. Hell, I'm practically bouncing off the walls at this point. This is so exciting. This is my escape! I think. It's still a bit vague. But it has to be. Finishing my lunch in a rush, I stand, pressed up against the glass, waiting. Although after a mark or so passes, my giddiness subsides. I think they did mention this could take a while. I have no idea what they are really even doing. I know it has something to do with the neurals, but that's about it. After what feels like another mark, I found myself laying back on my bed. If I am to be trapped here any longer, new sheets might be nice. I wonder how long it will take to ask for that. I wonder what they have to learn first. Do I need to teach them nouns? Or sentence structure? Can they learn slang? I feel Tyr should have maybe talked with me beforehand and explained all of this. But it's too late for that now. I decide to sit and journal what little has changed. I find I do not write much. Maybe it's best to take a day off and let things actually happen. Every little sound sets me off. I can't help but glance at the door. Well, what I can see of the door at least. All of my morning malaise is gone, and replaced with this need to talk to someone. Gah! Waiting is the worst. I find myself just pacing and I hear the door open. It's time! My eyes shoot wide and I bound over to the wall, realizing I look like a monster. Can you believe it, guys? Learning AI, just in a mark. Woohoo! I am so happy about this information. Realizing I look like a monster pressed up against the glass, staring, I back up a bit. But just a bit. Tyr comes in first, followed by Marrow, Maruk, and Rune. Merowyn looks exhausted. They all do. I wonder how many hours they're putting in for me. I'll have to thank them soon. So soon! Hiya. Hello, and good day, Tucker. Now, before you say anything, and I mean anything, let me try to explain this the best I can. I'm so excited, I'm worried I might forget this. I wonder if I should write it down. But I cannot move. I cannot take my eyes off the Karen who's giving me this tremendous gift. All three of your guardians have just downloaded the neural learning AI I spent the past few days programming. In the simplest terms possible, it will mimic what you say through context. So, for example, and I mean example, please do not respond until I say so. If Dr. Merowyn were to say hello and you were to respond in kind, the AI will take your response and list it as a possible appropriate response, then translate it to Karen. Let me just screenshot that. This can be troublesome if you were to say something wrong. For example, if Security Chief Sarah here would say hello, and you were to respond with goodbye, the AI will register that as an appropriate response to hello, and you might have to deal with that error until I can fix it. Now, don't be too worried. The AI can learn if you were simply making a mistake or misspoke. But let's just not push it too much. It's not my best work. A bit of a rush job, all things considered. Yeah, I should have been writing that down. It doesn't sound too complicated, but I'll try to remember to watch what I say. At least for a while. See, I screenshotted it. I screenshotted it so I can remember, even though I'm probably going to forget that it exists. This is so exciting, though. I know I have to take it slow, but the possibilities astound me. I'm ready. Now, this is quite overdue, but hello, Tucker. Is that my cue? Tyr gives me a small smile and polite nod. This is it then. Here goes nothing. Hello, Professor Seno. Immediately, all three of my guardians show a reaction. Something akin to a mix of discomfort and pain almost. Hello, Mario. Wait, this isn't hurting them, is it? Yeah, no, that's gonna be annoying. That was him, though. He said hello. By the eye, that's good. I was only fairly sure it would work at all. And, oh yes, about the discomfort. I have heard it can be discombobulating at first, but I have also heard it passes quite quickly. You have all day, and more, to get used to it. Tyr notices my worried expression. Oh, yes. Don't worry. Everything is fine. The neural isn't always set up for this kind of thing, and it can be quite jarring to hear a voice in your head and out loud. They hear you in their head more than when you talk normally now. Life of programmers. I've written bare basic code in the past, and it is awful. Like, you fix one thing, like, you write this, you're like, I'm sure this will work. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you write one thing, and I'm sure this will work. And then everything goes wrong, and then all of a sudden, you're just like, fuck, you look at the error list, and it's like 900 errors long, you fix one of them, and it fixes all but one. You go and check where it is. You go and check where it is, and it's on a blank line. You fix the line above it, and then boom, you're trapped with 900 million errors, and you fix one of them, and it fixes 500. It's like, there is one error in the code. There are 5 errors in the code right now. There are 5 errors in the code. Locate one, patch it up. 4 errors left in the code. 4 errors left in the code. You find one, fix it up. 1 error left in the code. You find the error in the code. You fix the error in the code. How many errors are left in the code? 1,372. It's always fun debugging. As not to hear you twice. Well, that sounds awful. I hope it does indeed pass soon. Now go on. Introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves. Again. Trust me, it helps. Yeah. I'm head of security. Lieutenant Maruk Saras. Hello, Maruk. I am Tucker. With a small wince and some shut eyes, I can tell it's working. Greetings, Tucker. I am head Dr. Merwin Seno. Greetings, Merwin. Hiya, Tucker. You know I'm head of, Director Rune Tiran, of maintenance. Hiya, Rune. Yeah. That's working alright, Chief. I have a feeling it's working similarly to how the linguas from Ad Astra work. I feel like it's working similarly to that. Is there anything else we should do? Can't exactly ask him questions if we don't know the answer right. Correct, Saras. Asking a question with a vague answer could just prove tedious or worse. No twitching, just pain. Oh no! Useless. Questions must have one specific answer to build vocabulary. If you were to ask, how are you today, with no concept of the words they would answer with, you'd get nothing and confuse the AI. But if you were to ask, what is this, while asking about, let's say, a book, you'll get a definitive answer. Mimicry is also an option, although a tedious one. If you understand that you are saying a sentence and it will be spoken back to you in verbatim, then the AI can learn that out and add all those words and their context to its memory. If you'd like, you could spend all day simply reading a dictionary back and forth to one another. Like I said, tedious. Hence why I had you clear your schedules. Speaking of schedules, I must depart. There's more news coming back for me, and hopefully this time it isn't gibberish. By the eye, I hope it's not gibberish. Anyways, goodbye to you all. Goodbye, Tucker. Goodbye, Tear. He smiles. I think even without a neural he understands. Walking down the hall, he offers one last good luck before heading out. It's nice. It's a lot, and it's so complicated and confusing. But I think this is it. Merwin and Rune offer me similar smiles, and even Maruk's scowl softens a bit. But where do we even begin? It seems they are also wondering about this issue the same as I am. So, Doc, you got any ideas? Me? Why me? You're the smartest one here, of course. While flattering, I'm unsure if that is true. Director Tyron's very talented and knows his way around this station like no other. Yeah, okay, he's the best janitor we've had, but really, Doc, I'm lost here. I'm afraid to even ask his name again. Yo, the stream is like lagging as fuck, I think. Merwin rolls his eyes. Rune looks like he's zoning out again. Do these three just fall apart without supervision? Alright. Let's start with something simple. Oh, okay. Professor Seno mentioned we can ask questions with a definitive answer. That sounds like a good way to learn some things, so let's do that. Tucker, do you mind pulling over your possessions? Perhaps we can start there. Oh boy, item recognition. We really have to take it this slow, huh? Okay, if Tyr says this is the best, then sure thing. Picking up my meager possessions for the crew, I see they have rearranged slightly. I don't know, like, the text is coming up a bit late, but I don't know. Doc is waiting at the door to come in, while Rune has moved away from Maruk. Or perhaps Maruk moved away from Rune. Looking to Doc with a confused expression, he simply turns and smiles. I felt silly on that side of the wall and thought I'd come in. Is that alright? Oh! Wait! Hang on, let me read it. I felt silly on that side of the wall and thought I'd come in. Is that alright? Oh, wait! I just realized we have no concept of what yes and no is. Please say yes for the neural. Or nod. Oh, damn, good catch. I'll have to be so careful these coming days as to not get too confused. Well, this seems like a good time to teach them affirmatives and negatives. Yes, I say, nodding. They barely even flinch anymore. I guess it was just the shock of hearing something in your head more than anything that surprised them. Doc sighs and steps into my cell, taking a seat in front of Rune. Woo! Thank you, Tucker. Alright, I suppose we should get started. If you'd join us. Sitting in front of Maruk, I splay my goods in the center of our circle and pick up a pencil. I wonder if this is even an important word to learn. But when I notice Doc is looking at me with bated breath, my decision is made for me. Unfortunately for them, I quickly run out of objects for show and tell. I'm able to point to my clothes, my body parts, and the room. This is pencil. Pencil good. Arm, bed, chair, eye, shirt, wall, socks, pencil, etc. They seem to be getting it all. Taking in these simple nouns. Gee, it's funny, I was actually pointing to those objects while doing that. While important, I'm not entirely sure how essential these are right now. It seems like we can skip the basics and cover any concept through mimicry. Perhaps I'm being impatient. I just want to be able to ask questions. Oh, I have a question that has been on my mind. What do you call yourself? Rather, your species. Oh, that might be helpful for him. Something to help him in his research. Well, at least something to put on his files. Pointing to myself for emphasis, I say in my best caveman voice, human. I'd keep going, but I'm afraid I'd just confuse them. Doc just looks dumbstruck. He quickly scribbles down some notes before smiling again. Like I said, a name for all the documents he has to organize, I'm sure. No, we don't want to break the AI. So, how long do you think it'll take before we can switch from single words to, like, you know, actual sentences? Well, it could be a while. Maybe covering some key concepts could help, but I wouldn't know where to start. They both seemed stumped. Looking to Rune, the poor guy still seems pretty zoned out. I wish I could help, but I just really can't right now. An idea pops in my head, though. I want to see how powerful this idea of learning through context is. Ahem. Pointing to myself, I announced to the room, I am human! Yeah. We covered that already. Ugh, this guy is thick. Pointing to them, I announce, you are Karain. Which seems to hit the mark. Oh. Ah. Very smart, Tucker. Just like, I am human. You are ass. Understanding some vocabulary like that might really be beneficial. Let's see what else could we work on. Rune mumbles something. Do you have a suggestion, Rune? Really, anything helps. Bitch! Nah. Because, like, if you really think about it, Murk is by definition a son of a bitch. Because he is male and a female dog is a bitch. So, therefore, he is, by definition, a son of a bitch. I was just thinking, maybe something along the lines of setting up questions for Tucker. Bitch. Easy. Like, what is this? Or who are you? If you wanted more words like that. I suppose we could try to figure out how to ask that. Let's see, Tucker. Do you believe you could ask us who Maruk is? Watch your fucking language! Wait, he already knows who I am. Why would he ask again? Weren't you listening to Rune? It's just to set up more sentences for the AI. Whatever. Ask away, I guess. A is for asshole. B is for bitch. C is for come here, Merwin. D is for damn. E is for every day I wake up. F is for fuck. G is for god damn it. H is for hello, Rune. I is for, is that a fucking burger? J is for Jesus Christ, Maruk, stop glowing your eyeballs. Burger. K is for Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. L is for, hang on, I gotta think about this. L is for lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. You never ever let it go. M is for Merowyn is very lovable. N is for nice job. Nice job, Tyr. You did something. O is for oops, I accidentally threw my fucking salad bowl at Maruk. P is for pretzel. Q is for Q. R is for rate this game an 8 out of 10. Would play again. S is for son of a bitch, which is what Maruk is. Okay. T is for Tyr is smart. U is for you a bitch, Maruk. V is for visual novel. W is for wake up Rune. He spaced out again. X is for Xavier from Remember the Flowers was sold by Stinky Wolf Cooper. Y is for why you a bitch, Maruk. And Z I cannot think of a single word that starts with Z. Z is for Zia later, Maruk. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Anyways, back to the game. We just spent a lot of time just going over that. Anyways, please ask, who is he or similar? I think they've already forgotten I can just mimic sentences and that would work. Oh well, there's still something. Who is he? They get it! Fantastic work, Rune! That was a good question indeed. Although it may take some time to really get this going, it's a good start. Yeah, so on the topic of good words to know, how about like, why, and how? Yeah? Shut the fuck up, Maruk. Those will help when I can finally interrogate him. What? Me? Doc notices my sudden decline in mood and quickly elaborates. Maruk, stop that. There isn't going to be an interrogation, Tucker. Don't worry. Woo! I don't even know what I'd tell them. But... Oh no. We still do have some questions we would like to at least see how you'd answer. Not telling a bitch anything. That's all. Hey! Don't fret. I promised I'd take care of you, right? Weed? He makes an effort to include Maruk and Rune. Take care of you. I promise it's nothing like an interrogation. Where's the ring, Merwin? Maruk is just being himself, I suppose. Maruk is just being a bitch. Staring at the saint, I slowly come back down before nodding and looking back to the other two. A very interesting group to have as my guardians, for sure. Though I must say, while Maruk was being, let's say, at least a bit intentionally adversarial, hey, I don't see the issue with being thorough. You're both doing your jobs. Let me do mine. Rune mumbles something which catches him a quick glare from Maruk. As I was saying... Oh, my, what was I saying? Honestly, same. Same. How great my idea was, of course. Oh, yes. Learning your words for why and how will prove helpful when asking and answering questions, to be sure. Do you mind perhaps just asking me, how are you? Even though I loathe to prove Maruk correct. One more time. This may indeed be a good way to allow myself to ask more questions. But since they know when I say their names, I decide there's something I'd like to ask instead. How are you, Rune? His ears twitch, as if coming out of a daze, but eventually comes to face me and the rest of the circle. His eyes flit between the three of us. Me? Oh, I'm fine. It's hard to think of any way to help out. I get this feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Dr. Merwin and, Maruk seem to have it covered. What? Nonsense, Rune. I appreciate your help so far. Shouldn't we say something really bad to Maruk or something and forget they know when we say their names? Oh no! I could just call Maruk a bitch! But take your time if you need to. This is a lot to take in for sure. Rune sneaks me a smile before returning to his usual state of seeming unease. I appreciate having him here at least. Doc, that's great, but we still need why. Tucker, can't you just say why or something? After giving him a short but very intentional bit of side-eye, I decided not to push it today. Cooperation with all three of them will make this go much, much faster. Why? I consider adding, "Are you so dumb?" to the end, but I know that would cause me issues down the line, so I stay my tongue. For now. So, where are we going with this, Doc? Should we just be asking questions for them to repeat, or like, what? Believe me, I had one good idea and I'm out. Yes, it may be a slow, repetitive process for a while until they have enough. Or rather, we have enough vocabulary to simply infer new words from context. If you wish to take a break, I won't hold it against you. Oh fuck, my phone stopped charging. Fuck. I will, however, continue for now. Maruk looks between us, possibly deciding if he would rather be here or 6 feet to his left sitting on a bench, and sighs, readjusting himself into a more comfortable sitting position. Nah, just asking is all. Useless Maruk, one idea. Well, I mean, Rune also had one idea, but it was like a super smart idea. So, yay, Rune! Yay, Rune! You did something smart. I doubt he has anything better to do. I know I don't. Noticing Doc tapping his notepad, an idea comes to mind, though. Perhaps a decent leap in logic, but one that I'd like to try. I turn to Doc and clear my throat. Oh? Do you have something you'd like to say? I really hope this works. I reach out my hand, palm up, and hold it in front of him. May I have your pencil? I can see Doc's expression shift from confusion to understanding as he smiles and drops his frankly oversized pen into my hand. Thank you. You've said that one so many times already, I could have guessed it. But brilliant idea. Perhaps the AI is smarter than we are giving it credit for if it can understand sentences like that so easily. I hear a brushing sound behind me. Turning to see what it is, the room is empty. Huh? Before I turn back, I feel something brush against my hand. I snap my head towards where it came from just to see Doc's tail brushing against me. Oh. My God. I hadn't noticed that they did that like normal dogs. Maybe because I'm stuck with Maruk and he doesn't have a tail. Wait. Does he have a tail? He must. Right? Doc must have noticed I'm basically staring at his butt. Oh. Sorry, Tucker. Did I scare you? Tail. Wowee! We're just... Oh, don't worry, Doc. Don't worry. We're just... In a very respectful way. In a very respectful way, indeed. We are very respectfully staring at your ass in a disrespectful manner. Did it scare you? Damn thing. Can't control it sometimes. You know how it is. Wait. You probably don't. We're just staring very disrespectfully, in a very respectful way, keep that in mind, at your ass. You probably don't. Well, sometimes when our species is happy, it's quite embarrassing, really. Our tails wag, you see, and it's a reflexive impulse. I didn't even notice I was doing it. I do apologize. I stop myself from grabbing his tail and look up to him. I can't really say it's okay, so I hope a thank you will suffice. I think it does. There's a huge smile on my face right now. A massive smile on my face. After a few marks of repeating words back and forth, I think we can almost hold a conversation. Well, at least enough to get me through asking for basic things and not having them just staring at me. It feels really good to finally be able to communicate with them. Even just this is really making me feel better. I hope my days of charades and Pictionary are over. Who wouldn't want to grab his tail and just like... Doc's writing away at his notes. Maruk is either being surprisingly useful or just staying quiet. And Rune... Well, I'd love to take Rune aside and ask if he's actually okay. But for now, he's fine. He brought up some good points here and there, but for the most part, he's been kind of staring at a wall. Maybe I can... Tucker, are you okay? Shit. I was zoning out myself. Oh, sorry, I'm okay. It's incredible we've come so far as to be able to say that in less than a day. I wonder how much they intend to learn before I can get out of here. I guess I can ask soon enough at this rate. Glad to hear. I was thinking perhaps you could try to ask some questions. You did so well earlier, and now with our improved knowledge of your language, I was thinking you might help us, skip some steps? If that makes sense. I don't know, I don't think it is, because, like, I think, like, zoning out for the most part is, like, a neurodivergent thing, which I think most people are neurodivergent. Maybe. I don't know. Our love is... Hang on, can... Okay. Our love is making this... Nah. Our love is making this faster. A question I've had? I have hundreds of questions. This whole place is confusing to me. Something easy to ask, though. Oh. Maybe that could work. Where am I? Doc seems a bit hesitant at first. Does he not want to tell me? You're in a holding cell. Maruk! Bedside manners. What? He asked. There's no reason to be so terse about it. Is that what you meant, Tucker? No, like, where am I? Space? Planet? I think we went over some of those words earlier. Accept our love, Merwin. Accept our love. It's hard to keep track. I gesture up and around me, but I'm not sure the message gets across. He means the station, Doctor. And beyond, I think. All three of us turn to Rune. I'm sure at least one of them forgot he was even here. He's mostly been quiet for what feels like half a mark or so. I wonder how he understood me, though. Maybe just good intuition. I nod to add validity to his statement. I'm not... Is there a problem, Doc? Well, I just... You remember when they were so kind as to show us their system before? Yeah. And? Oh, fuck. Well, I believe they may have figured it out, but... What? He leans into the wall and whispers the rest to Maruk. His expression doesn't change. Doc, you can only treat them like a kit so much. Like you said, they probably figured it out already. Very well. Tucker, I have something to tell you then in regards to where you are. And if this news is shocking, please know I am here for you if you need me. He gently lays a paw next to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to speak Spanish. I'm pretty sure that's Spanish. Or read Spanish. He gently lays a paw next to me. I have a feeling this will confirm what I already believe. He pulls an amicus. But it's important to hear it. You're on Icoriod 2. Icoriod 2. In the Alrain system. We do not believe you are from this system at all, though. It's still a bit of a shocking to hear. Even though I thought I was ready. I sway a bit, but manage to stand up. I can tell Doc was ready to catch me if he needed to. Please, continue. Alright. He looks worried. I'm still unsure why he cares so much, but I will not complain. His compassion has helped me out more than I can say. We are located... Wait! What is it, Maruk? Look, I know he doesn't have a ship or anything, but like... Telling him where our station is seems risky is all I'm saying. That's good. Maruk, are you kidding? What? No, I'm trying to keep us all safe. Maruk, he's no threat to us. I think he's proved that enough. Listen, you tell him if you have to, but just remember what I said. If we get attacked by more aliens, that's on you. Your concern is noted. Thank you, Officer Maruk. Anyways, Tucker, we are in orbit around the planet Dis. Our system only has 7 planets compared to your 9. Bitch! I'd be happy to show you a chart of them. Or perhaps another time. I hope this is what you wanted. We're asking to hear. Thank you. My vision blurs as I tear up. Doc looks a little worried, and even the others take note. Wiping them away with a small sniffle, I try to keep it together. We can barely reach the moon, and they think we're a threat. Bitch, we are not a threat. It has been... Hang on. So we reached the moon in the 50s or 60s. I think the 60s. Yeah, we reached the moon in the 60s. It has been fucking 80 years since then, and we still have not made a whole lot of progress on that front. It's nothing new. I've known this for a while now, just not the specifics. Just gotta take it as it comes. Turning to Doc, I make sure he knows I'm okay. I can tell he's worried. There's a planned launch for Mars in 2025. Huh. Neat. Thank you. Really? He's unconvinced. But we move on. Feel free to ask any other questions you have. If you can, of course. We are happy to help in any way possible. Maruk rolls his eyes but gives a half-assed nod. And I think Rune just wants to leave. I don't think I blame him. Rune, go bye-byes. The room is silent for a while as no one can think of anything. Just the sound of Mara scribbling some notes down. Fortunately, something breaks the silence. Embarrassingly, though, for me, it's my stomach. It must be getting close to dinner. Oh my, well, would you look at the time? Sorry, Tucker, it is time to get you something to eat, isn't it? Maruk, do you mind? Yeah, fine. The usual? Yes. Oh, Rune, do you want anything? What? Oh, dinner? I should probably be going, actually. I have things to fix. Are you sure? Won't you at least stay for dinner? Okay. I don't know what this is, but okay. I feel bad. I'm sure he'd be happier anywhere but here. But I'd really like to be able to talk to him some more. He's been so helpful today. Well, he's actually always been helpful, if just a bit scatterbrained. I decided to pull the trigger. Please, Rune? He looks a bit shocked, as if he didn't expect me to care. But a small smile assures me I was wrong. Oh, alright! For dinner, I suppose. Wonderful! Maruk, if you don't mind? Yeah, I get it. He keeps talking to himself as he walks down the hallway, but I cannot hear him. So, Director Rune. Just Rune, please. Sorry. I mean, if you don't mind. Oh! Of course. I've always found honorifics a bit much anyways. So, Rune, how do you feel about all this? All this? Yes? The learning AI. Taking care of our guest here. I'm curious about your thoughts on it all. God. It's nice? Oh. Is that so? Yeah? They seem nice. And, helpful. Helpful? Yeah. They, offered to help out. Kinda. Well, I asked. I think we're gonna hang out, is all. I mean, I know that's my job, besides fixing things now. But, like, you get it, right? Hello! It's me, Mario. Hiya. Well, as long as you're happy with the position, I see it as one of great opportunity to meet and socialize with someone of another species, as well as learn about them in the process. But I suppose hanging out is also good. I do not have as much time as I'd wish to simply relax these days. I feel that's mostly my fault. I know he's busy, but I wonder how much of it is me. Sorry. Oh, by the heart, no, Tucker, there's nothing to apologize for. While some here might be, confused by your sudden appearance here, I am absolutely excited. Any extra work I have to take on to learn about you is work I'll happily do. In truth, it was getting quite dull here before you arrived. And, well, Professor Seno's experiment. But since you're worried about it, maybe you can repay me by just hanging out with me instead of working. And not telling the professor. Secretly turns into a frog. Wait. Doc wants to hang out with me as well? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since he is always so excited to see me, but still, I guess I expected a level of professionalism that would prevent him from relaxing ever. Glad I'm wrong. Hi, have a cupcake. Hi, have a cupcake. I think I can do that. I'd also still like to learn more about that experiment, though. But it seems it's still really under wrap right now. It might not even be done since all the data is weird or whatever. And wait, what was that thing he said? I guess I can ask now. Marrow? Yes? What is by the heart? By the... Oh, I'm sorry, that must make no sense to you. It's, well, it's a bit confusing. It's a religious ideal that has influenced our language in many ways. If that makes sense. So wait, is that how they say God damn it or the likes? See, I feel like saying this, I did take a couple Spanish classes in high school, but all I remember is, okay, so Magdalena is cupcake. That is 4, I think, so, cupcake for Merwin and Rune. I think is what that says. I don't know. I know very little Spanish. Very little. Must be... But I swear, they have said it in different ways. Yay! I did my Spanish for the day. I've survived Duolingo lesson 1. I was about to make that same joke. Can you explain it? Oh, sure. I don't practice. Well, not much. But it's fairly simple. It all started when early Carrion looked up to the sky, and the sky stared back. Well, they saw an eye. Well, some saw an eye, some saw a heart, some saw nothing. So they saw it as a divine being of some sorts and began to worship it. Anyways, the main tenet is the belief that all Carrion are good. Simple enough? It gets complicated when you consider that the many different ways it can be interpreted. And by definition, what is good? In truth, though, as the years have passed, it has not been as popular in practice. Because we look up at the heart nowadays, we know that it is no god, but a star. Oh my god, they just described Christianity. I think. A star. Yes, thank you, Rune. In truth, we have found that the eye is a star, or rather, a system, in a void. A void is an area where there are very few stars or systems. Should we be concerned about an eye? That's the sun, bruh. Nah. No, it's none of that. It's none of that. It's... Hang on. It's this thing. It's that thing. It's the fucking red eye from Steven Universe. So it appears as one great eye in the sky. Oh no, Peridot and Jasper are coming. Coming to beat the shit out of us. It goes by many names. The eye, the heart, even the void. It's not even the only religion on our planet, if you can believe that. Tucker, is Steven confirmed? Hang on. We are the Crystal Dogs. We'll always save the day. If you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in Maruk, Merowyn, and Rune, and Tucker. It just happens to be a long-lasting and popular one. I wonder if we can see this eye from where we are. It sounds kind of amazing. No wonder they worshipped it. Thank you. Oh, of course. Any questions you have? I'd be more than happy to answer. I can hear the door open. Oh, and it seems food has arrived. Doc moves over to the door, which opens on demand, somehow, and waits for Maruk. As long as we have a rose cannon, we should be fine. Nah, we don't got a rose cannon. Nah, we got a Chief Seno cannon. Mom, can we have rose cannon? No, we have rose cannon at home. Rose cannon at home. Took you long enough, Maruk. I thought we'd all starve before you got back. You? Starve? I'd like to see you try. Ha! The relationship between these two continues to confound me. It seems like they are old friends, but I can't tell at times. After handing off the tray to Doc, he sits back down next to Rune, half-heartedly handing him another wrapped burger. Thank you for the food. Uh-huh. Hang on. Just that blank stare and that empty smile. The empty smile and that blank stare. He drinks batteries. Okay, I think I'm done being dead. I guess he's not yelling at him. Still, when they can understand me better, I'll be sure to at least ask what's up with them. My array of food is the same as always. I shouldn't complain, because at least it's not just porridge, but I can't wait for that dinner Doc promised. Actually, wait, speaking of Doc, where's his food? Have I seen him eat anything yet? I feel like Maruk always brings food for him and myself, but never for Doc. Battery pie. I suppose since he's outside the cell a lot, he has time to eat then. But Rune is always fed when he comes here. I'll try to ask. Marrow? Are you hungry? I pat my stomach to try and get the meaning across. Oh! No. Thank you, Tucker, but I try not to eat at work. Bad habit and all. That's not really the answer I was expecting. But I'll take his word for it. Doc is secretly the fucking robot. He's secretly a robot. I don't think eating in my cell is as bad as eating in the labs, but maybe he has a bad experience. He had a bad experience once. Either way, I'd be happier if he ate something. Dinner is pretty quiet. Either no one has anything to say, or we're all just lost in our own thoughts. Doc seems occupied taking notes, and Maruk and Rune seem occupied trying to pretend the other doesn't exist. It doesn't take long, though, for the plates to be emptied. I should really go now, though. I have to prepare schedules for the upcoming weeks soon. And maybe some other things. Well, it's been a pleasure having you, Rune. See you tomorrow, yes? Oh. Yeah, right. Oh, I will be so pissed. So pissed. I'll be in sometime tomorrow. I have to check some things. Myself. And then I can come in. No worries. Of course. Have a good day. Have a good night, Director. He stands up to leave, but I can't have him leave without offering a good night rune of my own. He turns to face me and offers a small smile on the edge of his persistent frown. See you tomorrow, Tucker. And with that, he's gone. I wait by the wall to hear the door open for him. Doc yawns. It must be getting late. Or they're all just tired. It has been a long few days for them. And me, I suppose. I could really use a break. Of some kind. Although not really sure what that would entail. Maybe I shouldn't keep my hopes up. Hey, Doc, how do you figure this is going? Bye, my love. That's all I could read from that. Bye, my love. Huh? Like, is this what the chief expected us to do? Or, like, do we have a deadline or something? Oh. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure how much he's worried about all this. And no matter how important this is, he's preoccupied. If you want a specific deadline, I don't expect us to learn everything Tucker can say for at least a week or so. He holds a special place in all our hearts. Just wiggling about. If that's soon at all. And the captain is still working out a release schedule with my input. And at your recommendation, of course. Uh-huh. You don't have to lie to me, Doc. I know what power I hold here. She does value your input, Maruk. She just has differing opinions. Sure. Whatever. So a week? We letting him out before then or not? Or... It's rude to talk about me when I can hear you. You know. I got like half of that. Look, I'm trying to take care of the crew first and you second, alright? You're getting out of here as far as I know. I'm just trying to make sure it's safe for everyone. It should be. Their blood work has come back better than expected, and I think I can discharge them with a clean medical record soon enough. If you say so, Doc. That's good news. I'll take no joy in accidentally spreading disease amongst the crew. Ooh, I got disease. Still, it seems like there is more behind the scenes than just the possibility of me carrying some virus. I don't know a lot about medicine or virology, but it'd be cool to ask Doc about it sometime. See how I differ from them as a species. Oh, Maruk, I was meaning to ask. Do you have everything scheduled out for the next month at least? I know you had your meeting, but I forgot to ask. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Doc. Going to be a lot of overtime for the crew, but I think they'll pull through. Good. I'll be sure to make sure you get some time off as well. I know being in here can't be that entertaining. Doc realizes his faux pas with a jolt and quickly turns to me. For either of you. You'll both have some time to relax in the future. I'll make sure of it. Although, when I cannot say. We still have some work that needs to be done. You won't hear me complaining, Doc. You might hear me complaining, though. Doc looks shocked. Did he understand me? Maybe he just didn't expect me to make a joke. Certainly not one about something that he knows I've been struggling with. Eventually, though, his shock curls into a smile which breaks into a hearty laugh. Well, feel free to complain to any of us if you need anything. Doc gives me a mopey smile before yawning again with a big stretch this time. I might have to call it here for tonight, Tucker. I'll be back in the morning. I'll prepare some sentences for us, perhaps? Some things to help us learn a bit faster, maybe. Sorry I have to head out, but if I stay here any longer, I might pass out. Oh, I guess I was right. It is getting late. I'm sad to see Doc go. Which I think he picks up on. But I don't press the issue. I simply wave him goodbye and offer a good night, Merowyn. See you in the morning. He simply smiles and waves before heading out, giving a small farewell to Maruk before leaving. Once I can tell he's gone, I flop on the floor. I must be more tired than I'd thought. The world is cruel! The world is cruel! Ah, that's more like it. Staring at the ceiling has become routine for me. But now I wonder if I'll miss it. Probably not, but I've been thinking about things of that ilk recently. The small things that you don't even know you miss. Meryl! I'm sure all the ceilings look like this. I really am tired if I'm getting worried over a ceiling. A small knock on the glass draws my attention. You dead in there? I reply with a single finger. I don't think it translates. Shame. Sighing, I sit up and face Maruk. I'm fine. Thank you. He gives me a quick one-over, before simply shrugging and going back to his bench. An earlier idea comes back to mind, and I try to see if he's been hiding a tail from me this whole time. Staring at his butt with curious intent proves fruitless as his jacket is too long. If he does have a tail, it is indeed very short. Maybe another time. Moseying over to my desk, I take a seat. Dang, didn't even know what the middle... Maruk, I have something to teach you. See this? This means fuck you. It's far too late to write anything comprehensive, not to mention too dark, but I still feel it's too early to go to sleep. I'd be worried I'd wake up super early again. I get all of my belongings organized, making sure I didn't somehow lose something, and just end up fiddling with a pen. Now that I think about it, it feels weird to see Doc using a pen to take notes when Maruk has a hologram projector thing he can summon from his bracelet at any given time. It seems kinda outdated. Maybe it's just a habit? I wonder what he's been writing, too. I'm sure studying me has been fascinating for him. At least some of the carrion seem to tolerate or even appreciate my... What? I turn to face Maruk, who is staring down at me. I feel like we've been here before. I put on my best unimpressed face and stare back, trying to meet a scowl with the closest human equivalent. When neither of us moves for a while, I shake my head at him as if to say, well? Wait. I can just ask that now. Well? He flinches and blinks a few times, as if coming out of a trance. Wait. Was he zoning out too? He almost looks nervous? No. I can't imagine how he'd look if he was nervous. He composes himself and clears his throat. I just wanted to give you a few warnings about when you get out of here. This can't possibly be a threat, right? No. Even if he doesn't like me, we're past that. Okay. I think you're smart enough to figure out that getting out of this cell isn't going to be the end of your problems. And things will be more hectic on the outside. You'll have myself, Doc, and Rune, he says through bared teeth, to look after you. And while that will mean a lot to some people, it won't make you untouchable. I mean that literally and figuratively. Most carrion here wouldn't be dumb enough to try anything when I'm around, but I won't always be around. So just keep an eye out, I guess, okay? You understand me, right? I mean, kind of? He just squints at me. I understand what he is saying. But I have very little concept of what goes on outside these walls, so I can't really say I understand all of it. Oh, fuck. Maruk's going to die. Fuck. He's going to pull an Eren Yeager. I swear to God. I will laugh my ass off if he pulls an Eren Yeager. Just like Season 4, Part 2, Eren Yeager. Just Season 4, Eren Yeager just staring in the mirror going, Tatakai, or fight. Says it repeatedly. Doc comes by and is like, no. I swear to God, if Tucker does that, I will laugh my ass off. Like Tucker is just like staring. No, it'd still be Merc. Merc is just staring at a mirror going, Tatakai, or fight. Doc comes by and is like, are you okay, Maruk? And it ends with Maruk becoming a Titan or something. I don't know. Just don't get into trouble. Are you dead in there? Can I study your corpse if you're dead? Just don't get into trouble, okay? He tried to turn around and leave. Yeah, what about you? But I won't have that cryptic message be the last thing he says to me. Hey! Wait! What do you mean? And like, why do you care? I can see the cogs working in his head to figure out what I said. His response elucidates me. I mean that you've been told our captain is already putting her faith in you. And she is not someone you want to disappoint. Believe you me, I'd know. And it's my job, that's why. Just as it's Doc's job, and just as it's his. I have not read Tennis Ace. I have not read it. We don't need you to end up in a worse way than you already are. Now go to sleep. There's a lot to be done tomorrow. I can't help but just stare at him. A bit slack-jawed as he goes. I know nothing about anyone or anything beyond my cell wall. No, I would put it on like the polls, and nothing would happen. Like maybe 1 or 2 people would vote for it, but that'd be about it. So I just sort of like stopped adding it. I think I might add it in the next poll. On my cell wall. Not even the Karen who's been trapped with me this whole time. I want to keep talking. Let's see what else there is to be said. But he's right. I can feel the lethargy creeping into my bed calling. Tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow is a new day. Change is in the air. Oh? We're gonna leave off here tonight. It did a thing, and I don't know how to feel about it. Hang on, let me just save again. You can never save too many times. Wait. We're still just gonna leave off. I don't know. Yeah, not much can be said, if anything at all, so stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.